This call is being recorded.
All right. Hopefully it'll keep going this time. All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the call. I'm Gary Steele out of Atlanta, Georgia. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy life, busy schedule, busy day, whatever it is, busy evening, for coming here and being willing to share some of your time with us on this call as we are here to share with you some information that quite possibly, probably going to change your life for the rest of your life. We've been talking over the past several weeks over the power of our mind, focusing our mind. Most people have no clue how powerful their mind is in manifesting their life. What you think about comes about. What you focus on expands. That's the main crux of it. And tonight we're going to talk. I told Alicia the title of the call tonight would be the $1 Million Formula. You could actually say that it's the whatever amount of dollar formula, because you can apply it to whatever amount of money that you want to create in your life, whatever amount of money that you want to own in your life. You want to be a millionaire, or 10 million, 20 million, 100 million, a billion, a trillion. Truly, there's no limit to it, because as I've said, the universe is unlimited. This moment we're born, the infinity of the universe tunes into us. We have an unlimited infinity living inside us that we can use to create whatever we would love to create in our life. And the amazing thing is, we're already doing it. So today, on the call tonight, the $1 Million Formula. So on the recording, for those of you that are listening and not watching, I've got a picture of money here, and people are here. As I said, they come to the seminars, they want to work on three things. They want to work on family, relationships, and money. So this call, $1 Million Formula, let's go to work. How do we create more money in our life, or generate more, manage more, and own more? So life is an interesting thing. It has a definite set of rules, and once you understand those set of rules, you can consciously start to manifest whatever you would love in your life. You can manipulate it however you want. There's no limit to it. I know you guys have heard me say that 100 times, 200 times, 300 times. There's no limit to it. There are no limits other than what between our ears, the space between our ears, limits the no limit. So we're going to start tonight by talking about your perceptions. Your perceptions yield your emotions. Your emotions yield your actions, and your actions yield your results. Your results in all areas of life: physical, mental, spiritual, financial, family, physical, mental, spiritual, financial, family, career, and social. Those are the 7 main areas of life: physical, mental, spiritual, financial, family, career, and social. Our perceptions yield our emotions, yield our actions, yield our results. Most people want to change their results. They want to change the results in their life. Again, whether it's physical, mental, spiritual, financial, family, career, or social. We're going to talk more about finances. People want to change in their financial world, their financial results. In order to change results in any aspect of your life, you got to go back to the beginning and change the perceptions of your life. And the perceptions that you've got to change are the perceptions that you have about you. That's what you have to change, the perceptions that you have about yourself. You guys have heard me talk about it many, many times. And it comes down to, and I've been studying life for 30 years, 30 plus years, in all my 30 years, there's only one thing that has consistently and constantly proven itself true. It's never failed, not a single time, not one single time. You want to make a change in your life, a permanent change, you've got to love more of yourself. That's the bottom line. There's no other trick to it. I wish there was. I wish there was some magic bullet formula. Well, actually, I do have a magic bullet formula. I wish there was some magic bullet where I could just give it to you, and all of a sudden you're like, boom, there it is. I can make more money. Boom, there it is. I can change my life however I want. Boom, there it is. I can have $1 million, 10 million, 20 million, 50 million, 100 million, whatever the number is. Boom, there it is. It's yours. Okay, that's a fantasy. However, there is an absolute roadmap to changing our results. The bottom line is we've got to love more of ourselves. That's it. So how do you do it? Well, you go to work and the world is a mirror. It's reflecting to you the parts of yourself that you haven't loved. At the seminars, we walk you through an absolute duplicatable process. You can use it over and over and over to increase your resonant frequency of love so that you can generate more and more and more. There's no limit to it. You want to kind of outpace yourself, however. You want to be a millionaire? It's super simple. You want to be a millionaire. You've got to see yourself as already being a 10 millionaire or a 20 millionaire. If you see inside yourself, deep down inside, in your heart of hearts, and you own it with every aspect of yourself, that you're worth resonating at a frequency of $10 million, well, 1 million's easy. And you'd be unattached to it. And that's another whole different thing that we'll talk about in the future, unattachment. So love more of yourself. What does that mean? All right, so your perceptions about you. Right now, you're using the manifestation formula, which is think about what you think about. Which is what you think about comes about, what you focus on expands. You're already using that manifestation formula to manifest the results in your life right now. The magnificence of the universe is already sharing, revealing itself as it's manifesting your life right now according to what your perceptions are about yourself right now. So, everything in life operates on frequency. Okay, that is frequency. And for those of you that are just listening, you're probably going, what's he doing? Well, I'm drawing a frequency infinity going up. Has a positive peak, a negative trough. That's one wavelength of light. You guys have been to the seminars, you already know this. A positive peak, a negative trough. This is the unlimited frequency of the universe. As you move up in energy, you're able to manifest more in your life. What I'm realizing as I'm going up, for those of you that are here live, this isn't going to work because I'm trying to speak to two different people at the same time. It's just not working. So I'm going to give up on the video and I'm going to just talk to you guys on the call right now. So your perceptions yield your emotions, yield your actions, yield your results, okay? Your perceptions about you. Who am I? Why am I here? Where am I going? Am I worth it? These are all questions for you. Who am I? Why am I here? Where am I going? Am I worth it? What am I worth? What do I believe I'm worth? How do I believe I'm worth it? You're worth it all. There's no limit to it. So you're worth it all. It's what you believe you're worth is what's going to show up. We've talked about this so many times, and it's the absolute truth. So your pair, your perceptions, your emotions, your actions, your results, okay? You're going to expand your learning You're growing. What did I learn? How did I grow? How did I expand my vision, my mission, my understanding of myself? So you guys might start to get the idea that, hey, if I want different results, there's actually work involved. There is. There's work on yourself. Work on loving more of yourself, because right now, I've said it so many times, and why it's stuck in me right now, I don't know, but I know that this is a message to share, and that is right now you have manifested your life exactly what you perceived yourself to be, which right now in your life led to the emotions that led to the actions that led to your results. That is going on in your life right now. Your results are as beautiful and as magnificent as any other person, place, thing, situation, event that's ever happened on the planet. They're as beautiful. Why? Because you're using the creator, the co-creation power that the creator gave all of us to create our life. So as I've said, what you think, feel, and believe about yourself, I've said that over the past 3 weeks. That falls under perceptions. What you think, feel, and believe about yourself is showing up in your results. How magnificent are your results already? They're absolutely magnificent. If you want to change them, as we said before, first step, loving what you've already created. Being thankful for what you've already created. That is a step towards loving yourself more. Loving, honoring, having gratitude for what you've already created. That's a step towards loving yourself more. If you don't have $1 million in the bank right now, it's because you haven't loved yourself enough. This is it. You haven't loved yourself enough. The people who do have $1 million in the bank right now, they've loved themselves to the degree of having $1 million in the bank. 10 million, 100 million, a billion. There's no limit to it. And again, we're just talking about money, but it works in all areas of life. If you don't have $1 million in the bank, it's because you haven't loved yourself enough to have $1 million. That's the bottom line. There's no way to sweeten that up. That is the bottom line of it. So, how do we do it? How do we love ourselves more? Short answer is to look in the mirror. I don't mean actually look in the mirror. You can if you want to, because it's not just your physical appearance. Look in the mirror, and what I mean by that is everyone around you is reflecting to you you. Everyone around you in your life is your reflection. Whatever you judge, right, wrong, good or bad, happy, sad, nice, mean, praise, reprimand, on anyone in your life every single day, they are reflecting to you the parts of yourself that you haven't loved, because you can only see your unloved part. It's a very, I like to say that creator, he was very tricky about this system that was created. Because you can only freaking see the parts of yourselves that you haven't loved, whether it's an infatuation or resentment. Way up on the pedestal, down in the pit. You can only see your charges, the contrast of life. Your eyeballs can only see charge. So when somebody reflects to you a part of yourself that you haven't loved yet, that's a charge, a charged particle of light that you have yet to fuse through the complementary opposite back into the singularity of photon of light. It's a charged particle of light. We have the ability through our perceptions to reverse that process back into the equal and opposite parts of charged particles. They collapse back into each other and they birth light. So you're able to actually create light in your life. You only see your unloved parts. You only see your charges. So when you walk down the street and you see a bum in the gutter, whatever you see on them that you judge on them is a part of yourself that you haven't loved. When you are driving down the road and you see some great big giant mansion or a boat or a car or jewelry or clothing or anything else that catches your attention on somebody else that you think is more successful than you, that is an emotional, unloved part of yourself. It's a perception of an unloved part of yourself. It's a charged particle of light, just the same as if it's in the gutter up on the pedestal. It's the same thing. It's a charged particle of light that you have the ability to find the equal and opposite, pair them back up, have a concussion of love in your heart, and move up in energy, in frequency. So how do you do that when that happens? You ask yourself, where do I be, do, and have? Where do I be? How am I being? How am I doing? And how am I having the exact same thing that I'm judging I don't have? You are all. You have all. There's nothing missing in you. There's nothing missing in anyone. There's only unlimited infinity of the Creator living inside all of us. So when you see somebody more successful than you, in quotes, I'm air quoting success because that's impossible. If you've been listening to the calls, there's nobody on the planet more successful than you. There will never be anybody on the planet more successful than you, because you can only be massively successful according to your priority values, just like everybody else, right? So when you see somebody else, how am I being that in my life? How am I doing that in my life? How am I having that in my life? Because the first law of thermodynamics states energy and matter can either be created or destroyed. And you guys have been to the seminars, you've heard me say that. The 55 audio course, there's a whole, one of the segments is on that. When I first started studying this work, I would say probably every day I thought about that idea for at least 30 days, where all I did was think about energy and matter can either be created or destroyed. It can only change form. And I just let my mind rest on that one single idea for at least a month. If you contemplate that idea, that singular idea, energy and matter. This is physics 101. If you guys have taken any physics classes in any degree, or pick up any physics books right from the start, this is it's in physics 101. The first law of thermodynamics. Energy and matter can neither be created or destroyed. It can only change form. Science, in that sentence, proves creation, in my opinion, as infinity. It proves infinity. Think about it. Energy and matter can neither be created or destroyed. That means it never goes anywhere. All it does is change its relationship to us in our lives. It changes form forever. Infinity. In our life, from when we're born to when we die, there's infinity of transformation of energy and matter in our life, and it's unlimited. It's infinite. There's no limit to it. We have the unlimited ability to transform energy and matter, which is charged particles of light. That's what it is. That's what energy and matter is charged particles of light. We have the ability to mold that into whatever we would love. Energy and matter can either be created or destroyed. It can only change form. Oh my goodness, what does that mean in my life? It means nothing is missing, ever. Nothing is ever missing. Everything is always in existence in my life. It's just in a form that I may not be recognizing. Why? Because energy and matter can neither be created or destroyed. It can only change form. That means in my life, in my little 360-degree circle that circles around me at all times, however big or small that circle is, in my circle of influence, infinity lives in there. Energy and matter can neither be created or destroyed. That means every single thing that ever was, and is, everything that is, everything that will be in the future is in my life right now. Because it cannot be created or destroyed. It can only change form. Oh my goodness. Not only can it not be created or destroyed, it can only change form. I've been given by the Creator the co-creative power to mold that infinity of transformation into whatever I would love it to be. And the amazing thing is, I'm already doing it. I've been doing it my whole life. I'm already molding that infinity of transformation into whatever I would love according to my perceptions, which yields my emotions, which yields my actions, and ultimately yields my results. So, I said last week we'd talk about programming. Well, think about it. What are your perceptions other than your patterns and your programming that were given to you by your childhood? Your perceptions of yourself, which yield your emotions, which yield your actions, which yield your results, were given to you by your parents, your grandparents, your aunts and uncles, preachers, teachers, coaches, classmates, teammates, and so on in our life. In our informative years, up to about 7-10 years old, is when we form the picture of who am I, why am I here, and where am I going? The three most important questions of the human quest: who am I, why am I here, and where am I going? The overwhelming majority of people on the planet are listening to the voices of the past to answer the question, who am I, why am I here, and where am I going? And they're living the life right now that they're living according to who am I, why am I here, and where am I going, that my parents, grandparents, and so on taught me about my perceptions to create my perceptions of me as I move forward. So as I said last week, are you still asking your past permission to create your future? Well, yeah, you are, because you're still believing who they told you you are, who they told you why you're here, who they told you where you're going. Who am I? Why am I here? And where am I going? They told you that. And you've continued to believe it completely up until this part of your life. Well, again, how do you break that pattern? Perceptions yield emotions, yield actions, yield results. How do we shift the pattern of our parents? How do we shift that pattern? Man, I wish I could tell you that there was a way to do it that didn't require you to love more of yourself. I really don't. I don't wish that, because it's the most magnificent, most fulfilling journey that you can possibly be on, which is the journey of our life, is to learn to love more of ourselves, more of God, more of His creation, more of the universe, more of our life around us. That's why we're here, to learn, grow, and expand our love, to learn, grow, and expand our understanding of love. And if you wrap up the last 3 weeks of where I'm trying to go with all this, is to get you guys, especially if you followed it in sequence, is to get you guys to understand, oh man, if we could bottle this, when you get right in that little space of understanding that you're already, or reverse would be that we can put it in a bottle and all they have to do is take this little shot, like the 5-hour energy shot. They take the little 5-hour energy shot and they realize, oh my God, I'm already infinite. I'm already infinity. I'm already unlimited. I'm already using the unlimited creation of the Creator to co-create my life. I'm already doing it. How could I ever become more powerful than I already am? It's an impossibility. I can't become more powerful than I already am because I'm already infinity. I'm already unlimited, using this magnificent creative power, the magnificent creation of the Creator to build my life. How could I be more powerful than that? It's impossible. So then why do I feel less powerful than I am? Because I continue to compare myself to people, places, things, circumstances, and events that are external to me, outside of me, and I keep comparing myself to that instead of comparing myself to the magnificence that already lives inside me. I'm already using it to make my life right now. I'm already doing it. Like the results I'm getting right now are as magnificent as any other person, any other people that have ever lived. They're just as beautiful. But what did they do to create different that I so envy? They loved themselves, which means the good and the bad, the right and the wrong, the happy and the sad, the junk. Now, this is all perception. The perceived junk with the perceived beauty in my life. They loved themselves, right, wrong, good, bad, happy, sad, nice, mean, sport, challenge, peace, war, all that, to the degree equal to the results that they created. The same that I'm doing right now in my life. I'm loving myself right now, right here, in this moment, right, wrong, good, bad, happy, sad, nice, mean, sport, challenge, peace, war, according to my perceptions of my programming, which yields my emotions, my actions, and ultimately my results. I'm using the power given to build my life right now. Holy cow, is that magnificently amazing, magnificently beautiful. Yeah, my parents, my grandparents, my aunts, my uncles, my preachers, my teachers, my coaches, my teammates, and my classmates all programmed me to live the life I'm living. And as I said last week, that could be perceived as failure, at least for most, perceived as mediocrity. I was programmed to live the life I'm living right now, but you know what? I've used the beauty of the universe to create my life right now. I followed the programming of the past. Yes, I've answered to the voices from the past. I've answered from the voices from the past to build my present. That is true. But I know the key that unlocks the door to the more that I desire. And there's nothing wrong with desiring more if you really think about it. Think about, I have no idea how much time I spent on that one as well. Thinking about this more idea. Why do people crave more? And I really believe that it's the driving force of conscious evolution. It's the driving force of why we're here. That was given to us by the Creator to thirst for more. Why? Because if we didn't have that, what would we do? Nothing. Nothing would get accomplished, right? So, this thirst for more, how do I get there? Appreciate what I've already created. Love my life for what it is as it is here now. Stuff as much gratitude into my heart every day as I can for the life that I'm already living. Reach out into the future, see my fantasy. Because the overwhelming majority of the people, we see a life that we would, I'm air quoting, love, because it's really like a life I would like to live. Bring that out, pull it here in detail. Well, I want to have $10 million in the bank. Okay, great. Nothing wrong with that. It can be $1 billion. The numbers don't mean anything. It's another magnificent place to get to, and my personal journey, I'm getting there closer and closer and closer. The realization the numbers don't mean anything. They mean nothing. Why? Because they're just a result, man. The numbers are just a result. A result of what? The co-creative power that I've been given. It's just a result. So, reach out, I want to have $10 million in the bank. Okay, great. Who am I? Why am I here? And where am I going relative to that $10 million? Who am I? Why am I here? Where am I going physically, mentally, spiritually, financially, family, career, and social? Break it down. As I said, yeah, it takes work, man. You're going to have to sit down with a piece of paper and a pen. Break it down. See it in as great as detail as you can. And then what? Go to work. Positive, negative, nice, mean, happy, sad, support, challenge, peace, war, praise, reprimand. Bring it into the here and now. See both sides equal. Put it in your heart equal to the life you're living right now. The more charges, remember, all we can see is charge. It's all our eyeballs see is charge. The more charges that we're able to see about our future fantasy and dissolve those charges, find both sides, so that we become emotionally, our perceptions become neutral, our emotions become neutral, our actions become inspired, and our results follow suit. The more unattached in the perceptions and the emotions, the more unattached that we become over what we want, in quotes, want, is when it shows up in our life. The more attached to it we are, the farther away it is. The further away it is, the more attached we are to it, it keeps getting pushed out further and further out into the future. Inside all of us already, inside you already, you've already proven the manifestation formula works. You've already proven it works. Why? Well, it's because you're manifesting your life, man. Right here, right now. You already know it works. Contemplate that. Think about it. You're like, oh my God. Why? Because energy and matter can neither be created or destroyed. It can only change form. Oh, somebody else has 10 million in the bank. I've got $10 in the bank. Somebody else got 10 million in the bank. Why? Well, because his perceptions, his emotions, his actions, his results yielded that. Based on he believed he's worth that. Based on he believed in love, the love space in the center, he owns that. He's unattached to the $10 million in the bank. He's sitting there fantasizing, that's not good enough. He's beating himself up. He's kicking himself in the pants. He's belittling it. He's putting it down. Why? Because he wants 100 million. He's in the same place, different product. He's unattached to the 10 million that's in his bank account. How do we know? Because he's got $10 million in the bank. He's emotionally attached to the 100 million that he's envious of. Same game, different zeros after the numbers. We're all playing the same game, and we're all using the same infinity to create our life. So you guys want the first step, $1 million in the bank? Get attached to 10 million. Focus your sights on 10 million. Start loving yourself in your heart of hearts for 10 million. A million's nothing. 10 million. Focus on 10 million. Then when you get to the 10 million, well, start focusing on 20 million, 30 million, 50 million, whatever. Same formula for whatever it is you want to create. It's the same idea. You want the most magnificent, smoking hot male or female to spend the rest of your life with? Then you better get freaking unattached to having a smoking hot male or female in your relationship. See it from both sides. Dissolve your charges. Bring it to the center. Who am I? Why am I here? And where am I going? Relative to whatever it is you want to create in your life. Who am I? Why am I here? And where am I going? What are the equal and opposite charges? Good, bad, right, wrong, happy, sad. Because I can promise you, with every ounce of my being, the life you're living right now is absolutely perfectly balanced. Right, wrong, good, bad, happy, sad. And you're unattached to what you're living. That's why you're living it. You're attached to the future imagined fantasy. Start breaking the future imagined fantasy down into the here and now. Love it for what it is as it is here now. And it'll start to show up faster and faster and faster in the future. In this formula, here's the crazy thing. I said that creator, he was quite sneaky when he developed this thing. Why? Because that journey never ends. The old saying that we've all heard it probably a million times in the personal development world. Life is a journey, not a destination. There's no more accurate statement said about life than that. It's about the journey, not the destination, because as soon as you land at a destination, you're immediately fantasizing about the next future. And that takes you on the journey towards the next future. Your life's already beautiful right here, right now. Your perceptions that were given to you by your parents and your grandparents are yielding your emotions, which are yielding your actions, which are yielding your results. I owe so much hope that you guys are able to start seeing the beauty in the creation that you've already created. You're already unlimited, successful. There's no limit to it. I got bad news. I've stood up in front of crowds before and asked them this question. How many of you would love to have more success in your life? Pretty much, if they hadn't been to the seminar before, raise their hand. Yeah, me. And I'll be like, well, I got bad news for you. You're never going to be more successful than you are right now. Nobody on this call, nobody watching this video, nobody listening to this, you're never going to be more successful than you are right now. You're already using the success formula of manifestation to manifest your life. Can you have different results? Absolutely. There's no limit to the result. We've walked through the idea. You got to change the perceptions of yourself. How do you do that? Love more of yourself. How do you do that? Start looking at the mirror of life that the Creator, the universe, God, the grand organized design is holding up around you all the time. When you see somebody reflecting to you something that gets you, it's an unloved part. It's a charged particle of light that's like hitting you. Boom. Say, hey man, you haven't loved this. You haven't loved me yet. You haven't turned me back into a photon yet. Oh, who am I? Where am I going? Why am I here? Who am I? Why am I here? Where am I going relative to that? Who am I being? Who am I doing? Who am I having relative to that? Good and bad. See that it already exists in your life. The energy and matter can either be created or destroyed. It can only change form. And then if you see it as a positive, well, what's the negative to it? Because we know everything balances equal. If you see it as a negative, well, what's the positive to it? Because we know everything in life balances equal. That's the never-ending journey to raising the frequency that resonates out from your heart, out into the universe, and the universe responds back with the people, places, things, circumstances, and events to continue to help you manifest your life. Because as we've been talking about the last several weeks, the law of attraction is really the law of manifestation. That's what it is. The law of manifestation, it's always on, never off. Okay, and what's the secret? The secret is frequency. Raising my frequency by loving more of myself. That's it. That's the secret. So your patterns, are they good, bad? Are they right or wrong? Is my imprint good, bad, right, or wrong? No, neither. It just is. My pattern just is. My programming just is. It's allowing me to manifest my life already. Wow. The Creator is not judging that right or wrong, good or bad. The Creator's loving it no matter what. The Creator's loving it no matter what. The Creator's loving it no matter what. Think about that. That means for the rest of your life, no matter what you do, no matter who you become, no matter what you have, the Creator's loving it no matter what. Always has, always will. It's going to love you no matter what. The Creator loves you no matter what. You can't mess it up. If the Creator created you to be you, how can you mess that up? You can't. You might perceive that you messed it up, and then who you're basing that on? The voices of the past. No matter what, I am worthy of the co-creative power of the universe. No matter what, I am worthy of the creation of the Creator. No matter what, I am worthy of being given, using, and having co-creative powers, the creation of the Creator. No matter what, man. No matter what, I am worthy. No matter what, I am worthy. No matter what, I am worthy. That's a pretty powerful statement to probably start saying to ourselves every day, as often as we can, nonstop. No matter what, I am worthy. No matter what, I am worthy. You're absolutely worthy of your dreams. You're absolutely worthy of your goals. You're absolutely worthy of your desires. You're absolutely worthy of every single thing that you've ever loved deeply in your heart. You're absolutely worthy of creating the life that you would absolutely love to live. Your patterns are just your patterns. Your programming is just your programming. It's as magnificent as anything else ever created. You get to a place where you can start thanking your past for helping you create your present. You'll be able to move on, loving and creating your future yourself. I love you guys. Have a great night. I'll get to work editing this and get it up on YouTube so Alicia can send it out. Love y'all. Thanks for being here. Talk to you
Thank
soon.
you, guys. Good night. It was excellent. Appreciate it.
You guys take care. Talk to you soon. Good night, everybody.
Thank you.
Good night.
Bye, guys. Bye.
I love it.